Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue was a game that seems to have had a rocky start, but I wanted to go back and see if it's improved or if it was still a title to be avoided. Overall, I expected it to be a lot worse than it was, and while it is by no means perfect, I actually had a pretty good time playing it, and it might not be for everyone, but I'm going to do my best to help you determine if it's something that you would enjoy. After a brief tutorial, the majority of Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue is played by switching between 4 children who have broken into the neighbor's house, and one child who sort of oversees the operation from a treehouse, as you try to rescue your friend who is trapped in the house during the tutorial. You attempt to solve puzzles to gain further access into the house by utilizing the unique capabilities of each character. Much of the game is memorizing the locations of the various characters, as you will have to pass items between them, as they all only have access to limited areas and can't access each other directly. There are 4 main characters you play as. There's the Brave, whose color is pink, and she carries a baseball bat that can break through certain destructible walls. The Detective, whose color is blue and has a magnifying glass that can reveal hidden clues for some of the puzzles. The Scout, whose color is green, and she carries a slingshot that can be used to interact with environmental items such as balloons and targets. And then there's the Leader, whose color is purple and has a flashlight for seeing in the dark. I don't know these characters' names, but the trophies on the PS VR2 version, which is the version I am playing in this review, refers to them with these titles. There is also a character that you play as in the beginning tutorial, and a character who spends the first portion of the game in a treehouse that you are able to play as. The neighbor, Mr. Peterson, will be in the house with you as well, and he will be performing tedious activities such as mowing the lawn, taking showers, watching TV and such, unless he hears or sees you. You will have to try and avoid him by hiding in closets and maybe distracting him with various items that make noise, giving this game a pretty decent cat and mouse feel, and even an occasional jump scare when you don't expect Mr. Peterson to show up. When he does catch you, you will be switched to another character, but will respawn in the nearest closet when you switch back. More than anything, Hello Neighbor is a pretty decent puzzle game that is family friendly. This game has cartoony graphics, bright colors, and silly themes. This game makes you feel small in the environment like the child you are supposed to be controlling, and it feels strange to interact with things as a child, such as having to reach up to open a doorknob, giving this game a unique feel. Many of the puzzles in Hello Neighbor will require you to perform tasks with multiple characters, which feels a little disjointed and awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, the world starts to feel pretty cohesive, and the pieces start falling into place. There are also 13 unlucky coins hidden throughout the game that are very missable and sometimes require solving a small optional puzzle to get. Most of the times, these coins are tucked away somewhere, but if you listen closely, they make a subtle sort of wind chime sound that can be heard by a keen ear, letting you know that one is nearby. There are bugs and some jankiness in Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue. Some of the things just didn't quite feel right. For example, sometimes when you use a zip line, it travels ridiculously slow, which is literally the first thing you do in the game. There was one time when I switched characters right as Mr. Peterson caught me, and the game just wouldn't let me interact with anything, as if I was stuck in a cutscene or something, until I reloaded the game. One time the game took an item I needed, which was a crowbar, and put it out of my reach, which ended up trapping me in an area that I shouldn't have been trapped in. I was able to eventually jump out the window, but then it wouldn't let me open another window that I should have been able to open. And then when I tried to switch to a different character, I got stuck in a black screen and I couldn't even turn off the console without unplugging it. And while this might sound really bad, I should probably explain that I've already played through the game 3 times, and these bugs did not all occur in the same playthrough. As far as comfort settings, Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue can be played standing, or if you are sitting when you start the game, you can mostly play it sitting, but you might need to get up occasionally in order to make it jump. It definitely feels like it was designed to be played while standing, and it might be difficult to play it if you have mobility issues. As far as comfort settings, you can choose between snap and smooth turning, and also have vignette controls. I won't spoil anything, but this game is weird. As someone who's never played the previous non-VR titles in this franchise, I'm pretty confused about the story, and you do discover early on that some things are not quite as they seem, even during the tutorial. The narrative wasn't what I expected, and I have more questions than answers after finishing the game, but that really doesn't take away from the experience of playing it. While I don't feel like Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue is a top-tier VR game, I do feel like it is a very decent, average quality title that feels a bit overlooked. I had fun playing it despite its random jankiness. I am glad that I gave it a shot. I don't know why, but I was under the impression that this game was horribly broken, and it probably was when it came out. But despite the few issues I had, it still felt like a good time to me. So if any of you have had bigger issues with this game, please leave them in the comments. And if you are considering purchasing this game, you might want to take a brief look at the comments first, just in case. I finished the entire campaign of Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue in about 3 hours the first time, and about 2 hours on my second playthrough. I plan to release a full walkthrough of the game on Monday, just in case anyone gets stuck somewhere, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if that's something that you would like to see. This game is normally $29.99 in US dollars on PS VR2, Quest, and Steam VR, but it is on sale right now on PS VR2 until May 28th for only $10.49 and only $8.99 if you have PlayStation Plus. It also lists PS4 support, but then it says that you need a PS VR2 and Sense controllers, so I don't really know the details about that. I feel like the normal price is a little steep for the quality and length of this game, but the PS VR2 sale price feels about right. Guys, thank you for being here and supporting my small channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and game on.